Hi everybody, let's talk synths. Nothing really beats playing a real synth, a real instrument. The tactile feel of all the knobs and the instant access to all the different controls and parameters. But then again, reality strikes, and a really powerful synth like this Novation Summit, and the older synths like Jupiter 8 and my personal favorite, the Juno 60, of course costs a real fortune. And let's face it, if we don't have that vintage synth collector's kind of cash, we can't afford those types of synths. So what's the solution? Maybe we could check out Acustica Audio's Thing 8. Let's take the tour. Beautiful. So this is one of the first presets I found here in the Thing 8 synth from Acustica Audio. And as you can see from the user interface, it's quite similar to the color scheme that you see on the Jupiter 8. But obviously we have a lot more parameters to fiddle with. Right, so before we continue, I'd like to talk about today's video sponsor, Distrokid. I've been using Distrokid for many years, and it's a very convenient solution to get your music out on all the relevant streaming platforms like Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, and many, many more. A really cool feature of Distrokid is using the hyperfollow function, which makes it possible to collect all the relevant links to your upcoming releases with a single URL. So if you're working on some new song hits, you can use my affiliate link, and that way you also support my channel, and you get the discount on your first year membership of Distrokid. Okay, let's continue. We can see at the top section, we have the voice controls, so to speak. We have aging, which will, as we can see in the interface, kind of make the interface worn and torn. And we're gonna hear what happens to the oscillators when we start fiddling with the H. So you can instantly hear we get a lot more like vibe into the oscillators, if you will, that they will drift apart more and fall apart more and sound more aged and more analog. You get a lot more analog warmth in the sound. So I'm probably gonna keep this at around 50% or something. Above that, then we have some super stereo mode. To get a really wide kind of sound. And then there's a sub oscillator in this synth too. Right, and yeah, in the middle top section we have the effects. So there's a saturator with a lot of different modes. We're going to try out some of these later here. Then we have a tone, which is for the equalizer. Then we have a chorus. beautiful. And then there's the delay, the reverb. And as you can see here on the delay side, there's also a whole bunch here of, I guess it's modeled delays. So I guess this one sounds a little bit more like filtered. There's a lot to fiddle with here regarding different effect types, and so already there's plenty of stuff here to experiment with to get great effects directly from the plugin. Then we have the reverb with a whole bunch of different reverb modes too. And to the right side of the effects we have a trim knob. Ooh. So we can get kind of very overdriven, saturated sound. And the quality, so let's see how the normal compares to the mega quality. So I'm already vibing with this synth, and I haven't even touched the oscillator controls and the other controls. So there's also different filter types. We're currently using VCF8. I guess it's a model kind of Jupiter 8 filter, voltage control filter 8, but we can change that to a ladder filter. Let's add some kick in here. Yeah, so I'm pretty blown away here because, setting the quality to mega definitely makes the sound more crisp, and you get that like top air into the effects and the overall crispness of the sound. And yeah, this is just one of the patches here in the Thing 8, but I can say I'm already in love with this synth, and it definitely gives me that Juno 60 kind of vibe. While I haven't played the Jupiter 8, as you can see, it's an extremely expensive synth, but I did play the Juno 60 quite extensively here in local studios back in the 80s. But I can say that we get a very warm and crisp sound from the Thing 8 synth here. So let's continue and experiment with some of the other factory patches and fiddle a little bit with the oscillator settings here and see what we can come up with. Alrighty, so this next patch is called Mörkby, or let's translate it to Swedish, Mörkby, which in English translates to dark village, a lot cooler. Yeah, it's very creamy sound here in the Morkby, and this patch is using the VSF Pro filter. So let's try some of the other filters. We have an OMX filter, I guess that's from an Oberheim synth. The ladder filter. Doesn't have that much resonance. And then the state variable filter. So by default the patch is using the 24 dB per octave filter, but we can also switch that to 12 dB. To make it less steep. Yeah, so you can get very like far out there sounds when cross-modulating VCO1 with VCO2. Yeah, so you get very fat sound when you activate the unison mode. So that's just the bass sound I made from that Morkby patch. A very smooth lead. We have the factory library and Acustica favorites. Mysterious Times. New Andromeda. Maybe we can just lock this quality mode in Mega here. So we don't have to set it to Mega for every patch. So now maybe it should be locked, yeah, when we change patches. A lot of feedback there on the delay. Right, so let's check the next one. A kind of taiko, a little bit of taiko sound in there. Little big horn. Another really creamy sound. So it really comes across how creamy that filter is in this synth. Really great work from Acustica Audio. Synthwave. I think we need some drums for this one. Another really smooth, great bass here for synthwave kind of music. So if you're making synthwave, it's like a no-brainer. Poland pad. Beautiful. Another great dance kind of patch. What the? Yeah, so great for some sound design stuff too. Yeah, another smooth sound. Synthwave again, really awesome patches for that music. Okay, so let's check out some pulse width modulation in this patch. So we have an oscillator control where we can mix between oscillator 1 and oscillator 2. Let's pick oscillator 1. Oscillator 1 is sawtooth. Let's set it to pulse wave. Yeah, so overall the sound of this plugin is just excellent, but the only complaints I have here is maybe that it's a little bit hard to read the controls and read the parameters. But I fully understand that these types of like vintage emulation or modeled kind of synths need to have that kind of vintage inspired look, because it's like the main hook of this instrument, in this case Jupiter 8. So I fully understand that we need to have some Jupiter 8 in the design of the instrument too. There's a really nice snaps there in the envelopes. Now, some people doesn't like that snappiness in envelopes. I actually think that it's like a crucial part of especially the original vintage recreation of the synths. So if you compare something like an original monopoly synth, the vintage monopoly synth, with something like a emulation or a digital recreation of the monopoly synth, you can clearly hear the snappiness in the original monopoly is much more crisp and alive compared to the digital recreations. So I guess many digital recreations forget to really emulate the really thick, that transient of the envelopes, because it's a very important part of the sounds, and our ears are extremely good at picking up those variations in sounds. Right, so now to the price point. The Thing 8 TH8 is priced at 229 euros, but if we scroll down here on the website, we can read that they have a little code, TH Special, which will give you 44% off until March 31, 2025. So if you want to check this one out, definitely download the demo and try it out yourself. But they also have a free version called TH2, and as we can see, it's fewer parameters, it's less cluttered interface, and yeah, like a simpler synth of the Thing 8. Okay, now subscribe, hit a like, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. And if you want to support my videos here on YouTube, you can always become a patron over at patreon.com/Gelheim. You have all the links as always in the description. And hey, don't forget to check out my music theory course at edu.morningdewmedia.com. Right, thanks for watching today. My name is Mattias. See you in the next one. Bye.